Yeah. Hi, it's a blessed afternoon, and I come your way again on Married for Life. Once again, my name is Laura Alonyaku, and as we learn and enjoy, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel via my Facebook wall. I am here once again. As I promised you, today's topic is going to be a discussion on sex. Amen. Bible says that marriage is honorable and the bed undefiled. What does it mean? It means marriage was instituted by God Himself. And for that matter, when it comes to issues of sex, we need to handle it as a sacred thing. Unfortunately, so many things have gone wrong when it comes to sex because now we have sex anyhow. We have sex with both sexes, opposite sexes, animals, and every other thing you can think of. And it's all over the place. But hey, remember that in the book of Genesis, chapter 4, verse 1, Bible says that what? Adam knew his wife. And that was the first time the Bible was speaking about sex. And knowing his wife here means that what? He had sex with her. So, what is sex? How do you define the word sex? In as much as I say it's a sacred thing, nobody teaches anybody sex. You get married, and then some way, somehow, the male organ is able to locate the female organ, and then sex goes on. But if we are to sit down and to say that because we can have sex, we do not need to learn, it's just like telling ourselves that God created the birds, the sea, God created trees and everything. And then when we get the raw material, we leave it like that without doing anything about it. And so it is very, very essential to learn on sex. Hello? Don't look at me as a bad girl. Because sex has been so mystified in the Christendom that a lot of marriages are beginning to fail because most men or most women do not stand up to the task when it comes to issues of sex in marriage. And because of that, some even lead to divorce. And so taking it upon myself to speak about sex is just like trying to be bold and speaking to the issue. What is sex? Sex can simply be defined as a consummation of the penetration of the male organ into the female organ. And the result, one, is delight, ecstasy, orgasm. And number two, companionship. And then thirdly, I can say reproduction, which is giving birth to children or getting pregnant and issues like that. So there are many reasons why we have sex. You cannot just have sex because you want to have children. Sex is pleasurable. Hello? And sex is good. And so in order for us to enjoy our marriages and keep our homes, we need to learn a little more on sex. Hi. And so this afternoon, we are going to be discussing a few things as an introduction on sex and then good sex. Many a times, you see people get married or you see people in relationships and it's like a one-way affair one person knows, the other person doesn't want to do anything, especially our Christian sisters and brothers who think that sex should not be spoken about. Sex is something that should only be done in the bedroom, and they are not romantic in any way, and they just get up, especially the men. They get up, they enter the room, the woman becomes sex tool, and then they sit up. Excuse me to say, let me just use this language. They sit up, they enter the bedroom, the woman is ready, no foreplay, no caressing, no nothing. Before you realize, they jump onto the woman, remove her clothes, and begin to penetrate. Hello? That is very wrong. You know, when you do that, because women are emotional human beings and they have their sensuality within, what happens is that you never satisfy a woman. And according to research, about 90% of African women do not enjoy sex, or they do not experience orgasm the way they should. And so sometimes when you are speaking about pleasure in sex and all that, they just see their husbands come in, have sex with them, and go. Which should not be the case. Sometimes you don't blame the men. We, the women, have made ourselves so innocent and so ignorant, sometimes too holy to an extent that we don't want to learn anything new. So all you do is to sit down and wait. When the man doesn't approach you, I am the woman. No, if I go and approach him now, they'll say I'm sport. You are sport, and so what? It's not about pleasure. Look, life is short too. You need to enjoy sex in your marriage as a woman. As you enjoy sex in your marriage as a woman, you give your man too pleasure. Because aside having children and raising a family, working so hard, what else is entertainment for you? You watch TV, how long will you watch TV? Of course, you cannot continue having sex all day. But it is part of the game. But sex is so powerful that it gives us a bonding. That is why Bible advises that what? When you sleep with somebody, you have bonded with the person and you are carrying the person's spirit. So it is mostly advisable not to have sex outside marriage. Why? Because when you have that soul bonding with somebody, it is very difficult to detach. That is why some people get married and they keep dreaming about their former boyfriends and their former girlfriends and the sort of things they used to do to them in bed and stuff like that, which shouldn't be the case. So at best, what I would advise is that, hey, don't be in a rush. Sex is good. Sex is pleasurable, especially when you know more about sex and you enjoy it within the concept of marriage. It is good. Women are very complex human beings. There are several parts of the body that need to be explored by the man. As a man, you cannot be selfish when you're approaching your wife in bed. You need to be romantic. One problem I find with our men, especially in our part of the world, which is Africa or Ghana, in isolation, I'll say is that our men are not romantic. Hey, how your husband will not kiss you before your children? They don't even know what kissing is in the first place. They don't know how to hug you. Kissing, hugging, petting, they are all part of the game. And so it is very important that you love your wife in these several ways that lead up to what? A good sex. If you're a man and you're with your wife and she doesn't experience orgasm, you're not doing a good job. Hello. And so what I'm about to do here now is to take us on a journey on learning about sex, the various things we can do to educate ourselves on sex, the consequences of sex, the effects of sex on our lives as individuals and as couples, and how sex is beneficial to us as human beings, because it was created by God, not by the devil. And so we have to demystify all the coded things that are around the word sex and have it all in totality so we can enjoy. Because most marriages or most men go out there looking for something that does not really exist. Like they magnify sex in such a way that they want to explore everything in skirts. And this is not helping. But when we learn and we know as women and as men how to handle our spouses in bed, not only in bed, because sex is not just about lying down in bed. There are several places you can have sex in your home. There are several ways to have sex. There are several styles. There are several things to do. Through learning, through practice, and through tender loving care. What you see in your wife, or the female organ, which is called the vagina, is the same thing that another person has. So why don't you come with me as we journey on the road to sexual intimacy on Married for Life? I'd like to stop here. And please, as we continue on this session or on this series, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. The name again is Laura Alonyaku. Don't see me as bad, because I am still the woman on the altar. Until I come your way again, remember, sex is good. It is pleasurable. But the bed should be undefiled. Come with me and let's learn something new on sex. By the end of the day, I promise you, we'll make our homes better places so we can enjoy good sex with our spouses and enjoy marriage in itself. Once again, thank you very much for listening to me, and have a blessed and a pleasant week. See ya. Bye.